Poor choices have consequences. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor that's due to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rachak, Wadash, double honor to the elders and apostles of the great millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings to the 144,000 and the hopeful elect, Shalom, Barakathum. And that topic just kind of hit my mind. I'm thinking about everybody that got set up. Okay, actually, I'll play one thing that helped inspire this video. It was a video the brother sent with Corey Holcomb in it. And now those chickens are coming home to roost. Now, we've been kind of on this topic quite a bit recently, but, you know, it bears repeating, man. The Spirit just have us to go that way, you know. And a lot of us is through the attack vector is through who? Our women, you know. Let me see, where is it? Let me find it. Bear with me. Should be coming up here. Yep.
Not all of them. A lot of sisters are losing their jobs.
Talking about the government jobs that he was trying to shut down?
Yeah, a lot of jobs.
Shit, UPS has fired 70,000.
I thought it was 22,000 the last time. Remember I covered it?
Yeah, I think the goal is 70. But
Oh.
I think the goal is.
Okay. Damn.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, my sisters, the roosters are coming home. My sisters, everything you did is finna come back on you because they have people in place, government-wise, to show you we used you to destroy the village.
Yeah. So the chickens are coming home to roost, as he was going into. And you know, this isn't just the women. This has been multi-generational now. So those women that rebelled, you know, a few generations ago now have seed, okay, with no fathers. And so now you have a whole different issue now, which is a plague of Negroes, man. Okay, niggas are a plague. Okay, you're a creation of the white man with the tool of the so-called black women. Okay, she's the tool that was used to engineer you. You know, you factory Negroes, man. Okay, that's what we have going on. And now our enemy is even more justified, which means he's going to become even more emboldened to do what he's always wanted to do, which is exterminate you or finish you off, so to speak. But this is Isaiah 1:3. It says, "The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib, but Israel doeth not know, my people doeth not consider." Okay, so even when all of the truth is out, the woman will know that she's an Israelite, and she'll still be out of order, man. Okay, it's almost like the women with the head wraps are worse than the women that are just in the world, you know. But all of this truth has been out there now. You see the signs. You see you got crippling debt. He's cornered you, man. He's absolutely drank your milkshake, okay, and then charged you for it, okay, and he's laughing, pointing, all right, and he's got you to turn against your only defense, which is your man, which you'll go into. But this is verse 4. It says, a sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters, all right, and you were a corrupt seed, and now you went even further off. So now you're just an abomination that nobody wants, man. Even a heathen looking down at you like, ugh. You know, which the scriptures say that would happen, but still, you've given them they have a reason to say, ugh, you know, when they look at you, man. Okay, look at your behavior. You're the most obese, you're the most loud, you're the most obnoxious. Okay, these little nigglets you had, they're the most emotional. They can't take rejection. When that woman, what you doing, bitch, blah, 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 blah. You know, get a grip, man. Okay, you step on his shoe, he ready to shoot you. So you've hit peak, or I would say, what do you call the inverse of a peak? A valley. This is the valley of our potential, man. Okay, a complete reprobate, man. All right. It says they have forsaken the Lord Yahweh. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone away backward. All right. That's backward to think that you're above a man. Okay. That's backwards to have kids before you get married. Okay. That's backward, man. You know, you're going to have a career first. You know, that's backward to want to sleep with another man's woman. It's backwards to have more evil toward the man that looks like you in your neighborhood. You're more ready to shoot him, and the Edomite can come in there and piss on the sidewalk, do whatever he want. You know, he can steal, and there ain't nothing gonna happen to him. Okay? Foreigners can come in there, and Arabs can sell you poison. All right? And get a loan for you know, just to do that. But your animus is toward who? Your own people. You know? It says, the main point I wanted to get here, it says in verse 5, why should ye be stricken any more? Ye will revolt more and more. So that's why a solution has to happen. Okay? And unfortunately for y'all, because I really don't, we cut the 2/3 off. Okay? But this is for the elect that are listening, or that may hear this. You know, there has to be a solution. And so, unfortunately, part of the solution is going to be self-inflicted. You trusted in the man that hated you. Okay, you drank the Kool-Aid. You listened to their women. They told you didn't need a man, all this blah, 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 blah. Okay? You participated in all of these gods and idol worship. Now you're confused. Now you're worshiping, you know, Kemet and Buddha, and you're a Christian. You know, and for the women, they're into astrology, witchcraft. They're into anything, man. Anything that makes them feel some type of way. But it says the whole head is sick and the whole heart is faint. All right, the whole head is sick. All right, so there's got to be a solution for that, and the solution is you're not gonna like it. Okay, and it's on the way no matter what. Okay, you ask us, what are we doing? How do we solve this? We don't have to solve it. The solution is already on the way. We're simply here to tell you what's happening. That's our job, okay? And we're hoping that we're delivered out of it. All right, but let's play a little bit more.
Now, we really have no use for you no more. We used you to destroy the village. Now, we really have no use for you no more. Your daddy ain't there. Your husband ain't there. Your son is raised wrong. Your daughter is watching you twerk. You have done what we wanted you to do well.
And the precept that I bring out a lot, Matthew 12:29, or else how can one enter into a strong man's house and spoil his goods, except he first bind the strong man, and then he will spoil his house. So the men of the Lord, we've been telling you, man, you have an issue with order. Okay? You have an issue with order. You can't be told nothing. You're addicted to convenience. You're lazy. You have no respect, but you want everything. You know, your heart is just ravenous. You know, you're really a gatherer abroad at heart, but you're too broke. Most of you are worth $5 that you can't. All right, and you take all of this out on the men. This is not your normal. This isn't normal. Okay, this is not the way that the Most High intended for you to be. Okay, we've been trying to tell you that you cannot get comfortable. This is not even living. Even the highest, the high living Edomites, the elites, the way that they live, it is nothing compared to what's promised to us if we just stick to the script, do what we're supposed to do. Okay? And a fundamental part of that is being in order. Okay? This is Micah. Let me see. Where is it? Let's see here. Where was it, man? Did I miss it? I be missing precepts. I be knowing where it's at, but then skimming past it, man, in my mind, reading too quick. This is Micah 2:10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. All right, what does it mean to arise and depart? Does that mean to get up and go to another country? No. It means you got to realize everything they put on television, everything they put you in public schools, especially in college, okay, the things that the algorithm pushes in social media, all of these things are backwards toward the Most High, man. They're the inverse of righteousness, okay? You have to pull away from that, all of it, okay? It ain't like that you're not on social media exactly, or you're not going to school exactly per se, but you have to have in your mind a partition, you know? There's got to be a separating wall between you and them. You have to have the mindset of, I just live here, because we know what the Most High's purpose for this place, man. And now the goal of it is almost finished. It says, arise ye, depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction. It doesn't matter how good it feels, okay, to have sex with a bunch of men, but before you're even 20 years old, man. You got 30 bodies before you're even 20 years old. Okay, it doesn't matter how good it feels, okay? It only matters about right and wrong, okay? It doesn't matter how difficult it is to hold a man down that ain't making the money that you want, or he ain't got what you see on television, okay? Okay? If you go to the way of the world, if you get suckered in, you buy the timeshare, okay? And they scam you, all right? If you drink the Kool-Aid, okay, you can't undrink it. And then this is what a lot of you are finding out. A lot of you are just are F-U-C-K'd, okay?
In destroying the village, the father of your child is probably in court with you over nothing. We have used you to the same way, like back in the day, Eve ate from the forbidden tree. Right. This is the same thing. You ate from the forbidden tree. You went and used a system that destroys you to destroy your family. And now, with this administration in, they have no use for you.
Notice how quickly they can just yank your whole life from underneath you, man. They got you comfortable on food stamps. They got you comfortable in Section 8. All right? You have these ideas that you can just manifest anything positive in your life. Okay? That you're just at ease, that there's nothing to worry about. Meanwhile, your entire livelihood, your means of survival, the main means of your survival is a man, primarily a man of the Lord. Okay? And they've got you to turn against him. We're considered low value in this society, okay? When really we have the highest value, okay? How do we know we have the highest value? Because wisdom, the scriptures say, it's above all the treasure in the world, man. Okay? What did King Solomon ask for when the Most High asked him what he wanted, man? He asked for wisdom, and then he still got the riches, because with wisdom comes the riches, man. Okay, but wisdom there's a cost associated with it, man. The scriptures say the more you know, the what do you say? Knowledge increaseth or sorrow. I'm roughly paraphrasing it. Okay. He increases much sorrow, increases much knowledge, much sorrow, something like that. It says, surely oppression maketh the wise man mad. So there's a cost to it, man. It's not pretty all the time. Solomon was vexed. When you read some of the Ecclesiastes, he's like, this is all vain, man. You could feel the frustration in him, man. You know, because he got all of his wisdom, his knowledge, he had all of the money in the world. And he's like, oh, this ain't the kingdom, okay? He's like, what's the point? We're just gonna go off anyway. And he was smart enough to see the cycle from Adam all the way up to the time that the Lord will have to put that fleshly heart in us, man. Okay? Or the stony heart. I always get those two backwards. But you know what I'm talking about. Okay? This is Deuteronomy 28:54. So that the man, all right, verse 53, it says, and thou shalt eat the fruit of thine own body, the flesh of thy sons and daughters, and thy daughters. And all right, this is talking about cannibalism, and this happened to us, man, and it's gonna happen again, because you can't be told nothing, man. Okay, we're at the point now the Lord just got to show you. He done talking, okay, and you're gonna know that for sure when we get pulled off the streets and highways and byways and we can't post videos anymore. You're gonna know for sure the Lord is absolutely done talking. There's no more negotiations. The grace period is over with. The door to the ark is closed. Okay? And you're gonna be given over to this. It says the flesh of thy sons and of thy daughters, which the Lord Yahweh thy power have given thee, in the siege and in the straitness wherewith thine enemies shall distress thee, so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. Because you already have that evil spirit. Even now, you can say we're in a siege because you're siloed in these projects, man. These destitute areas, man. All you got is electricity and running water, and you got to figure the rest of that out, man. Okay, Arabs will post up a shop and sell you a bag of chips and some Gatorade, but they don't live in those neighborhoods. You know, you're in a siege, man. Okay, you try to move out and move to a nice neighborhood. What you got? HOAs. Okay, you gotta get loan approvals, credit checks. You know, all kind of barriers to keep you there, because they want to siphon all the life out of you without letting you get anything back from it. It's a siege, man. Okay, they want to starve you out. They want you to crash out. They want you to embrace gang culture and selling drugs. They put the drugs in there, you know. So what do you have in that scenario? Go to the hood, man. Don't walk around with a chain on for no other reason than you got a chain and they don't. They want to take it, man. Hell, they can have 10 chains already. They want yours, you know. And they're repping a block named after an Edomite, man. You know, street names named after Edomites. Okay? They can walk in their neighborhoods and be good. See, this is a curse. All right? And y'all are about to find out the hard way we were not bullshitting when we told you these things, okay? It says, verse 55, so that he will not give to any of them the flesh of his children whom he shall eat. Let me skip down. That was the main point. I'm playing the rest of this. I'm going on a little long.
Remember all the female black mayors and everything that was happening and all like that?
Yeah.
They ain't got no use for that shit no more. I see the girl. We are the most educated. Yes, they sold you a degree that ain't finna be worth. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not worth it. It's not only is it not worth anything, you are in crippling debt, man. Most of these student loan debts it's insurmountable debt, man. You make 50 grand a year. Okay, you owe 80. You make 50 grand a year, you owe 80, and you can't even save. You still taking out credit cards. So you're not saving any of that 50 grand. Okay? You can maybe save what, 1% a year? All right. And that's just what you owe. That ain't what they're gonna charge you with the interest. Okay. If you took out 50 grand, they're gonna charge you at least 100. By the time if you pay off the whole term of that loan, 25 years, whatever it is, best believe they're gonna get double what you borrowed. Okay. So it's actually a liability, man. This is you've been spoiled. Okay. And the Lord is just getting started. He's only revealing the error of your ways, man. Okay. See, poor decisions have consequences, okay? Especially when you make them over and over and over again.
You who have aged out and fell for the sucker shit in destroying your village, your family, and yourselves, the only thing you can do is try to tell your children, don't do what I did. All you women 40, 50, 60, it's over for you. You need to explain to your children, don't do what I did. Don't go around here talking about you don't need a man publicly. Don't go around bashing men for the most part publicly. Because all these women who are on the internet for bashing men, there's a record of it, and I think we need to keep a record of these women in case they try to act like they something different later on. But most...
Well, they are. This is Isaiah 4:1. You already know it's coming. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. Okay? So the Lord is going to humble you. We ain't got to worry about women, man. Okay? The Lord going to give us exactly what we need, what's sufficient for us, man. Okay, nothing more, nothing less. And then once we pass that test, we're gonna be flooded in abundance of all things, man. All things. We ain't gonna know what to do with it, man. You know. And you women are about to get a harsh wake up call. Still can't be told nothing. Still think that the America's just gonna continue. It's not gonna continue. Okay, we keep telling you that.
Most of them will follow who's ever the leadership. Whether the leadership is good or bad, they'll follow the leadership. While we are in this position we're in, I'm talking about the moral people of the world. You have to be aware of these women that's out for self, not for the village, because they are about to find themselves back in the village with the villagers, and the fronting like you rich, the fronting like all it.
Yeah, because women were never meant to lead. Okay, they always needed a man. What the devil did was absolve you of the consequences. That's why he gave you welfare, Section 8. Okay, that's why he gave you the loan to go get a degree. Okay, he gave it to you. You know you ain't got the money to really pay that off, and you ain't gonna pay attention to the interest. He knew you was gonna end up right back having to come back to your man the whole time. But what did you do to him? Okay, you tore him down. Okay, now he's a degenerate. He's a bug out. Okay, he's weak. He's soft and effeminate. Okay. So now the whole house is at risk, but the elect are gonna get out of this. I can tell you that right now. The remnant is gonna be delivered. A standard is gonna be lifted up for us, man. We're not immune to the curses as well either. Okay, hell, we feel them more than a lot of 2/3 niggas do, man. You know. But I tell you what, the Lord is gonna defend us, man. You know.
It's finna be over. I'm telling you, most of my sisters are broke than a motherfucker. It's some who have found a way. And I am so happy they have.
But those women they're not marriageable, man. These high boss women, they're insufferable to be around, okay? Their attitudes, their countenance, there's the way they talk, the sense of entitlement that they have. It requires a lot to make a lot of money in this society, especially as a woman. You have to be wicked pretty much. You got to be out of order, bossy, you know, strong-willed, not conducive at all for a marriage. So what's going to happen when the real violence starts to break out? When the power goes out, okay? You need a real man to defend you, and all you got is a business that ain't gonna be worth nothing when all hell breaks loose. Okay? You're not stacking gold coins or bricks or silver. And even if you did, how you gonna defend yourself from it? Okay? You have as much as you can protect. You're gonna find that out the hard way, man. You need the Most High to defend you. There's only one way, and that's the straight gate. All right?
Most
Ending it
of
here.
my sisters are broke, just like most of my brothers are broke. But the sisters was acting like they not broke, holding up drinks on an island that they got there with a buddy pass and all that shit. No. It's finna be time during this administration where this man is literally pouring out all the fish in the pond and letting you see him try to live with no air. He's taking your income away. What jobs do you think will be available for us? When I say us, I'm talking about people of color. What jobs are going to be available for us in the future? You can.
Yep, Bill Burr said the same thing. He says, why do you think that getting rid of the immigrants is gonna all of a sudden make him give you a living wage? You know, he's got you turning against the immigrants. We gotta get rid of the immigrants. You know, the so-called Latinos. You know, they're the problem. We gotta get them out of the country because they're depressing the wages. Well, you didn't ask whether or not he wanted them here or not. Okay, you know. Come on, they're here illegal. No, they're illegal on paper, but that don't mean Esau don't want them here. Esau wants them here because he's working in a lot of these high-end restaurants, doing a lot of this yard work, this high-end landscaping and various jobs, man, for cheap. Okay. The real question is, why doesn't he want to pay you? Okay. This ain't no coincidence, man. Anyway. I'll end it there, man. Lord willing, this is edifying. Call hello, Yahweh Bashimi Havashai, Bahashim Rahakudah, Shalom, Kwame Yashua.